Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports gambling show. I am your host, Kyle Johnson, coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. I am back in Las Vegas, and I'm happy to be here. One hell of a long day, but we are here, and we are back bringing you guys Cappers Nation uninterrupted each and every single Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, your all things sports gambling show. Everything that you need to know to be a more successful sports bettor over the course of the next week. Welcome to the program. Today is August 23rd, Thursday. Guys, we got a great show planned, and it's our first show where we are going to be giving away a free college football game for Saturday. Yes, college football is back. It starts this Saturday with like a little soft opening for the season. There's a handful of games and some money to be made. So stick around, guys. During this program, we've got a lot of great stuff for you guys. We got free plays in Major League Baseball. We got free plays in Canadian football for tomorrow. We got college football free plays. We're going to discuss Major League Baseball as well as college football, Canadian football, NFL preseason, and our famous Real Talk segment. This show is brought to you by the fine guys over at cappersdirect.com, where you guys can find me on a daily basis. They are your nation's leading group of handicappers, industry experts, syndicates, and sharps alike. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am your host, Kyle Johnson. Welcome to the show, Brian. I am doing fantastic. Long day, but I'm here and ready to make some money for everybody. John, I haven't actually looked at the scores of the games yet. I've been traveling all darn day long. Nathan, absolutely, yes. My wife and child did love the surprise and went off without a hitch. Yeah, Roland, I hope you guys stay safe with Hurricane Lane. My wife was telling me about that as we were driving the motorhome back, telling me about the massive hurricane. Then I seen a couple little memes of people in Florida who are sitting in Hawaii during the hurricane. So stay safe out there. We got a great show planned for you guys this episode. A lot of free plays. Yeah, Dodgers have been stinking it up. They absolutely have, and same thing with Jansen, coming back off that little heart scare of his. Today over at Cappers Direct, guys, we had a big day planned. We had one big premium play, as well as 3 consensus plays and then 3 system plays. And our big premium play of the day, which it already went off, so I don't care about giving it out, but it was the Atlanta Braves. When we gave it out and we posted it on the website, they were minus $1.55, and as soon as we released it and everybody started betting it, the line spiked immediately, and I believe before the first pitch was thrown, I heard some people were getting minus 200, minus 190, which was a hell of a line movement for a game that we released super late last night. We released it around midnight and posted it on the website. And I know a lot of sharps betted early, knowing that line was going to move against a horrible Miami team. So hopefully that game goes through. I don't have a score update. Anybody have a score update on the free play that we gave out? Hopefully you guys, somebody's watching it and will be able to give us an update. The 3 consensus plays that we gave out. You guys able to hear me all right? A little audio check. All right, guys. Perfect. Good to know you guys can hear me just fine. We had 3 consensus plays for today. Actually, 4. The over in the Atlanta game. Washington on the run line. Washington on the money line. Colorado, and then the over in the Kansas City and Tampa Bay game. And I haven't checked any scores. I saw Boston I'm just checking right now. I've been driving all day long. Boston cleaned house today, 7-0. The Nationals lost, so there was a loser of a consensus play. Colorado had a great comeback from what I heard. That was a winner. Kansas City, Tampa Bay, bases loaded, 1-0. We got the over 7 in that game, so hopefully that goes good, as well as the over in the Atlanta game for everybody. Yeah, Brian, it was a great surprise for the family, and I know they're happy, and they're at home with the new addition to the family, getting acquainted. Jose, yeah, I do a lot of traveling, Jose. I do a lot of traveling for the company and for myself and with my family, and hopefully I'm back. And I mean, I don't have anything major other than little day jots here and there planned in the foreseen future. But you know, in this business, you never know. And anytime I can escape the office and escape the heat of the desert. I don't care if it's a 6-hour drive, or 6.5, 10 hours. I don't care what it is. I'll be more than happy to bail out of Dodge and go to nice, cooler climates, especially in the summertime. Goose, I don't know who you're referring to, but yeah, I don't know who you're referring to. I haven't watched anybody's videos. I generally don't. So unless somebody says, hey, go watch this, somebody's talking shit about you. Anybody betting on the Mets is an absolute... I'll be nice. Anybody who's betting on the Mets right now is not a smart person. All right, guys, before we jump right into this program, a couple big announcements for everybody at Cappers Direct. We're going to discuss really quickly a huge promotion that we have for this week, guys, with college football kicking off, and it's going to be a good time. Hold on, reading comments. Jose, it's tight quarters, but you could rent one and come along with. All right, so we're going to get this business out of the way real quick. Cappers Direct is the ones that pay the bills here, so we're going to discuss the promos that we've got going on there all weekend long. These start today. And they're not on the website right now. So, hold on. John, yeah, hold that thought real quick. Let me run through these specials real quick, then we'll touch base on that one. These specials, they're actually not on the Cappers Direct website right now. They will be posted on there immediately following this show. I just got news that this is what we're doing, and it's a huge, huge sale. It's our biggest sale that we have ever had. And it's to kick off football. All right, guys? And you got to remember, when you're betting our premium plays, it doesn't matter if it's football or baseball. If we've got it, so do you. All right? So you don't just have to buy a football package from us or a baseball package, okay? Now, what the sale is, it's our every time sale. All right? What this means is if you go to our website, we have different ways to purchase packages. You can purchase weekly, monthly, or for the season. But if you purchase weekly or monthly, generally those are automatic billing. So that means you get billed every single month or every single week. So what we're doing with our every time sale, we wanted to do this last year. Some of us did, but obviously management didn't. We didn't do this last year, so I'm actually extremely excited about this. This knocks down the price, guys, very, very cheap for you guys. For our premium plays, the every time sale, what this means is if you sign up for a weekly or monthly package, you get that discounted price, not just for the week. You get it until you cancel. All right, you can cancel at any time. You can sign up, pay, get the discount, and cancel, but you're not getting that discount price again. As long as you keep your account active and open, you can keep these discounted prices for as long as you like, all year, all your entire time with us. It doesn't matter if it's 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, or 10 years, okay? Premium plays are on sale. They're normally $1,000 a week or $3,000 a month. You can now get them on our website for $3.99 for the week. Those are our biggest and our best games, our top-rated games. Same games that I move big money on. It's $3.99 for a week with the every time sale. You get that price until you cancel. And remember, guys, you can cancel at any time. The month is now discounted down to $9.99. It's normally $3,000 a month for our premium plays. You can get it for just under $1,000, and it's just like the week. That price, our every time sale price, is as good for as long as you cancel it. So what that means is you sign up and you pay $9.99 for a month. You can stay on that price until you decide you don't want anymore. All right. Our system plays, they're on sale as well. $2.49 for a week of our system plays. It's normally $5.99 a week, guys. For our every time sale, you can get them for $2.49 all the way every week through the end of baseball. All right, $2.49 all the way through the end of baseball, and that's reoccurring billing every single week until you cancel. And guys, you can cancel right on the website. You can cancel on the website. You can email in. You can call in. You can send me a text message. Very easy to cancel, guys. If you decide you want to stop your subscription for whatever reason, your membership, it's very easy to cancel. What this does is it just allows you guys to get our services, our premium plays, our system plays, and our consensus plays for ridiculously cheap, all right? The month on our system plays with our every time sale is now $7.49, $7.49 a month. And consensus plays on sale, guys, $99 a week on our every time sale and $199 a month for our consensus plays through our every time sale. So again, you guys can get our consensus plays, which we put out one of them for free every single day. We had 4 of them. We've got one of them for free for you guys, and there's 3 other on our website that you guys don't have. You guys can get those through our every time sale. You get them all on the website, cappersdirect.com. All right, Sean, I don't know what you're talking about, but thanks for the view and thanks for the comment. We don't buy views. We don't have to. All right, we do a lot of advertising and a lot of marketing to push our show, unlike others. All right, I know there was somebody's comment who made the comment about Baltimore. John, yeah, absolutely. Betting on Baltimore tomorrow against the Yankees is probably not a good idea. Yeah, we could probably tell who Sean is. All right, now that we talked about the specials over at Cappers Direct, let's get the show rolling. Big show today, guys. A lot of information. Absolutely. If you guys ever listen to your local AM ESPN radio, you'll hear our advertisements if you're in any major network. LA, San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, Boston, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Major areas, guys. We do a lot of advertising for our show and for our program on ESPN Radio. We're also on Sirius Satellite Radio now. Now that they last year started taking sports consulting companies back as advertisers, and so yeah, what we do on YouTube is a very minute part of our business. So unlike the others that you find on YouTube, we're not solely dependent on what happens on YouTube. All right, and yeah, Jose, he's probably our only dislike, I'm sure. I should give him the boot, but I won't for now. We should run this how other people run their little shows and just delete comments and block people and do all that good stuff. All right, guys, Canadian Football League back on Thursday. We've got a game today. We've got a game Friday. We got two games on. We got two games on Friday. Sorry, one game on Friday. Two on Saturday. You know, Jose, I try not to give anybody the boot. I think the only person I gave the boot to was one individual who runs another service. I won't even call it a service because they run it out of their house. Who tries to operate a service. He's the only one that got a boot from our show and our comments. After he logged on like, 12 different accounts on one live program. But I'm sure it's the same individual. All right, guys, back to Canadian football. Today we got Edmonton and Hamilton. That game is currently going on. Hamilton cleaning house early, 10-0. Line on that game was -3.5 favoring Hamilton with a total over and under 57 points. Tomorrow we've got 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. 3-5 Toronto facing off against 1-5 Montreal. Line on that game's got Toronto favored at -5.5 with a total over and under 52 points. And then Saturday we got two games cleaning house on Saturday, as well as college football, Canadian football on Saturday, starting 3:30 Eastern time. 5-4 Winnipeg facing off against 7-1 Calgary. Line on that game's got Calgary favored by 9 with a total over and under 52. Over and under 53. And then later on that evening, 10 p.m. Eastern, 4-4 Saskatchewan facing off against the 3-5 BC Lions. Line on that game's got BC Lions favored -2.5 with a total over and under 51 points. Just like we did last week, we're going to give another free Canadian Football League play away this week. We're going to give one away for tomorrow between Toronto and Montreal. That game is at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Line on that game is -5.5 favoring Toronto. Over and under 52. Your free play for Canadian football for tomorrow, Friday the 24th. Take the over 52 points between Toronto and Montreal, 7:30 Eastern time, over 52. Make your guys yourself some money on that nice Canadian Football League play right there for you guys. Alrighty, Major League Baseball. Yeah, Russ, they can't win at home. Brian, I'm sure Johnny Football's Canadian Football League is going to come to an end rather soon. Some guys are good in college, and they're just not good when they get to that next level. All right, guys. Moving into Major League Baseball. We're going to move this show along because we got a little bit of college football here a little bit later. Who's hot, who's not, who should you bet, who should you not be betting? And our favorite, who should you be fading? We're about to give you guys some valuable insight and a few tips today that should make you a more successful sports bettor. If you tuned in last week, then you're in luck yet again. Assuming you took our advice, and if you did take our advice on our fade list, you had another spectacular week going 23-12. The teams that we told you to fade last week had a combined 12 wins and 23 losses. We told you to fade Baltimore, Kansas City. Sorry, reading some notes. Baltimore, Kansas City, the Padres, the Detroit Tigers, Miami, and the Texas Rangers. with the Royals and the Orioles leading the charge, going 1-5 each. Now, these teams that we are going to talk about are not necessarily teams that we're currently betting on, but these teams are on our radar for whatever reason that may be. Betting on them, fading them, taking the overs, unders, the run lines. And the teams that we're going to discuss are teams that should be on your everyday radar. If you guys are going to be betting and being successful, these are teams that you should be looking at for whatever reason that may be. They're on our radar, and they're teams that we look at every single day to see if we can get some value out of. The first one being the slumping Chicago Cubs. They're still first in the NL Central. They're currently losing to Cincinnati. They're with a 72-53 record, one game away from being 20 games over 500. 5-5 in their last 10 games. They're 2-3 since last week's program. 6-4 in their last 10 home games. 6-4 in their last 10 road games. They have only scored 29 runs in their last 10 games. However, the Cubs pitching has only given up 32 as well. And I just did a quick little check. They are losing 1-0. The game just started, though. Atlanta still 3-0, bottom of the fourth. Hopefully Atlanta knocks in 6 more runs for everybody. LA Dodgers, another really slumping team, 67-61. They went from dead last in the NL West to first place in a 2-month time span. And we rode both waves. We rode when they were slumping. We were fading them, and we were betting against them and making a ton of money. And then before they got hot, we switched and we started riding them from the very beginning of the Dodgers getting hot. And we made even more money riding that. And then we laid off of them for their little wish-washy time. And we haven't really started betting the Dodgers just yet. And they're going to pick it back up. And we'll start betting on them when they're not as unpredictable as they are right now. Blowing saves, losing 3 in a row. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games. They're now in third place in the NL West. 3-game losing streak. They just got swept in a 3-game series at home against the red-hot Cardinals. They're 3-7 in their last 10 home games. 4-6 in their last 10 road games. They have scored 43 runs in their last 10 games. However, that number is misleading because 23 of those came in 2 games against Seattle. So you take out the 2 games where they scored 23 runs, they've got 20 runs in their last 8 games. If you take out the 2 games against Seattle. They've only given up 34 runs. So Dodger pitching, with the exception of their closer, has been getting the job done and keeping the scores low. Next on the list, one of my favorite teams. That's enough about the Dodgers. We don't need to talk about them. Everybody knows I'm a Dodger hater. Unless we're betting on them, then they're my favorite team. The Atlanta Braves, 71-55. Back in first and holding strong in the NL East. 6-4 in their last 10 games. They got a 3-game win streak after sweeping the Pirates on the road. And that's after getting swept by Colorado in a 4-game series in Atlanta. They are 3-7 in their last 10 games at home. And they're 7-3 on the road in their last 10 road games. Russ, welcome to the program. Welcome to the show. Thank you for commenting. The Atlanta batters have knocked in 43 runs over the last 10 games. They've also only given up 36 runs in their last 10 games, and they've given up 2 or less runs in 6 of those 10 games. Atlanta pitching, the bullpen, the closer, they have been limiting runs and doing their jobs. Atlanta just needs to start scoring more than 4 runs a game per average. Now, to everybody that's listening and watching live, either on our website, through the live stream platform, Venmo platform, here on YouTube, or any of the other partner websites where we currently have the show being broadcasted, if you want to participate in our live interactive chat, you need to go to YouTube and you need to watch the Cappers Nation show live on YouTube. If you do that, you can give us a thumbs up if you like the video, or a thumbs down like Sean did. If you don't, you won't hurt our feelings. And the cool thing is you can participate in the live chat. You can you can put in comments, questions, concerns, whatever you want to participate in the live program, which we love, and it makes the program even more fun. So if you're watching this somewhere else, please do head over to YouTube. YouTube.com/CappersNation is our YouTube channel. Or just put in the search Cappers Nation. And then once you get there, you'll see our live broadcast, and then you can participate. Because we get a lot of guys viewing that are not watching it directly on the YouTube platform, and therefore you guys can't participate in the live chat. Jose, I'm pretty sure he did, or he's logging in on another account, I'm sure. I'm sure he's logging in on another fake account. Russ, and yes, I do appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy the show. We're glad to have you guys as well as everybody else. And the more people that participate and the more comments we get, I think it's going to make the show more fun and more interesting. And at least I enjoy it. All right, next team that we're going to discuss, the Houston Astros, another slumping team. No, Nathan, we haven't gone over the fade list. That's after we discuss the teams, we'll go over the fade list, and then I know you'll type it up and put it in the comments for everybody else. Houston Astros 77-50. Excuse me. They're still in first in the AL West. However, they're 4-6 in their last 10 games. A horrible, horrible home record as of late, going 1-9 in their last 10 home games. However, they've got a winning record over the last 10 games on the road. 6-4 in the last 10 road games. All right, we discussed this 2 weeks ago. The Houston Astros cannot score in their own ballpark. For some strange reason, they are struggling to produce runs in their own ballpark. They've got 48 runs scored in their last 10 games. However, 26 of those runs came in 2 games. So if you take that out, they've got 22 runs in 8 games. The Houston pitching has given up 44 runs over the course of the last 10 games as well. Now, the next team that we're going to discuss, red hot. We have made a ton of money fading them early, and now riding the heat wave of the St. Louis Cardinals. 71-57, second in the NL Central, 8-2 in their last 10 games, 13-2 in their last 15. Cardinals, absolutely red hot. 7-3 in their last 10 home games, 9-1 in their last 10 road games. Not only are they winning in their own ballpark, but they're murdering teams, as the LA Dodgers saw on the road. They just got done sweeping the Dodgers in a 3-game series in Los Angeles. They've scored 47 runs in their last 10 games, and their pitching staff has only given up 29 runs in the last 10 games. And they've allowed 2 runs or less in 6 of their last 10 games as well. So make sure the Cardinals are on your watch list of teams to bet. If you get a good buy on them, it's a team that I would be betting. 13-2 in their last 15. We've made a ton of money betting them. And everybody remembers a month and a half ago, we were fading the Cardinals. And we made a ton of money fading them. The thing with this industry, guys, is you need to know when to bet a team and when not to bet a team to be successful long term. You may lose today, lose tomorrow, and then you may win the next 5 or 6 days in a row, and you just made a ton of money. The next team that we're going to discuss, and another team that was red hot, who happens to be slumping, the 69-58 Philadelphia Phillies. Second in the NL East, another 4-6 in their last 10 games, 6-4 in their last 10 home games, and 4-6 in their last 10 on the road. They've put up 42 runs on the scoreboard in the last 10 games. They've also, and here's a crazy number, they've given up 76 runs in the last 10 games. 24 of those 76 runs came in one game against the Mets last Thursday on the 16th. Yes, Jared, we gave out Atlanta, Miami over the total. And last time I heard it was 3-0. It's 4-0 Atlanta now. Just so happens Atlanta is also our big premium play of the day. Milwaukee Brewers, another slumping team that, guys, just because these guys are slumping, doesn't necessarily mean they're not on our watch list to bet. Because they are, and we make a ton of money betting them. The Milwaukee Brewers, 71-58. They're now in third in the NL Central. 5-5 in their last 10 games. 5-5 in the last 10 at home. And a whopping 2-8 on the road. So just like the Phillies, the Brewers are not winning when they're on the road. 2-8 in their last 10 road games. 44 runs scored in their last 10 games. They've given up 42 runs as well over the course of the last 10 games. Seattle Mariners, another team that was red hot, that has slowly drizzled away. 72-56, third in the AL West. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games, 3-7 in their last 10 at home, 6-4 in their last 10 road games. They have, and Seattle's a team that hasn't been scoring a lot of runs, and they still continue with that trend of not scoring that many runs. However, they have been giving up runs. They've scored 37 runs over the last 10 games, so they got a 3.7 run per game average over the last 10 starts. 57 runs as well that they've given up over the last 10 games. So Seattle's getting beat and they're giving up runs. They're giving up 5 to 6 runs per game on average. And it's a team that you want to watch for, which before, Seattle was always an under team. And right now, I'd keep them on your radar. As long as they're going to put up 3-4 runs and they're going to allow the other team to score 5 or 6, keep Seattle on your radar for an over and under. Jared, we're halfway there, 4-0 in the Atlanta game. With Freeman on first, so and Markakis up, so it would be nice to see it automatically switch to 6-0 very shortly. Now the Boston Red Sox, America's favorite team. Everybody's favorite team to bet on. 90-39. First in the AL East. This is a number we haven't said about the Red Sox all season long. 6-4 in their last 10 games. Yes, the Red Sox are 6-4 in their last 10 games. They just got done losing 3 in a row before snapping out of it, which is a very, very, very rare occurrence for the Red Sox this year. They're still 7-3 in their last 10 home games and 7-3 in their last 10 on the road. I believe last week those numbers were 9-1 and 8-2. So Red Sox had a little slump. They lost 3 games in a row. They've lost 4 of their last 10. But I'm sure they're out of it, and before long they're going to put another 10, 12, 14 game win streak going, I'm sure. They've only scored 42 runs in their last 10 games. All right? 42 runs scored in their last 10 games. They've also allowed 31 runs. So while they're not scoring very much in typical Red Sox fashion, because we're used to hearing the Red Sox scoring 58, 60, 70 runs over the last 10 games. But what the Red Sox are doing right is their pitchers are limiting the amount of runs scored. They've only allowed 31 runs over the last 10 games. Red Sox pitching has been getting the job done for the most part, except for a couple games against the Indians. But apparently, as you know, yesterday, the Red Sox being a dog. If you guys weren't betting the Red Sox yesterday as an underdog at home, you guys are absolutely crazy. To get plus money on the money line against the best, or for the best team in baseball. Yeah, they're playing a good Cleveland Indians team, but to get money with the best team in baseball at home, bet it every time. All right, Atlanta winning 4-0, 1 out, runners on first and second. Never mind, double play. Well, that was a shitty update. All right, moving on. The Cleveland Indians, the team that just lost 7-0 today against the Red Sox, 7-0. Add that loss to their statistics. They are now 73-55. They're in first in the AL Central. So they just got done with a nice 4-game series, a battle between the first in the AL East and the first in the AL Central. 7-3 in their last 10 games. 7-3 in their last 10 road games. 7-3 in their last 10 home games. Not including today's statistics, because I don't have their whole last 10 games sitting in front of me. But in the last 10 games, not including today, they've only scored 49 runs. So you could say in the last 11 games, they have scored 49 runs because they got shut out today. In the last 10 games, not including today's, they've given up 36 runs. So then you add the 7 they gave today, they've given up 43 runs in the last 11 games. And they've allowed 3 or less runs in 6 of their last 10 games. So, with the exception of a couple games against the Red Sox, the Cleveland pitching staff has been doing a phenomenal job the last couple weeks. And I'm sure they'll bounce back after these last 2 losses against Boston and take it out on another team. The next, the Oakland A's, a team that, if you go back and watch our shows the last couple months, we have been telling you guys to bet the A's for many, many, many months. A lot of you guys didn't listen. A lot of you guys didn't believe us. They're still second in the AL West. It's a very competitive division. They're 25 games above 500 with a record of 76 wins and 51 losses. They're 7-3 in their last 10 home games, 7-3 in their last 10 games overall, and they're 6-4 in their last 10 road games. They've scored 47 runs in their last 10 games, and the Oakland pitching has only given up 34 runs. So if you're not betting on Oakland, you're missing out. All right, I don't know if there was a double play anymore. My thing, in the Atlanta game. Maybe the Scores Mobile gave us a false update because it still says the top of the fifth with runners on first and second now. So hopefully there's no double play. But Oakland is winning 2-0 against the Minnesota Twins on the road. Bottom of the second, that game's early with Oakland winning. So hopefully for everybody that bet Oakland. Yeah, Russ, I just saw that. It was crazy. I checked my phone real quick while I've sitting here with you guys so I can see the score update like a action junkie. And it said that he lined into a double play. So they must hit the wrong update for the wrong game or something and put it on the Atlanta game. Got me all disappointed. But I'm glad to know that there's no double play. All right. Now, those are the teams that are on our radar on a daily basis. Remember, they're on our radar for a very specific reason. They may be a really good team that's losing, and we're just waiting for the right time to jump back on the money train and start pounding them again and ride them while they get hot. Or we could be fading them. We could be betting the totals, using those statistics to bet the totals, the over and unders. You'd never know what we might be doing with those teams. But those teams should definitely be on your radar as well. Now, who's got their pen and pencil ready? Pen and paper, pencil and paper for our fade list. This is our most popular part of Major League Baseball. We make a ton of money with our fade list. If you guys listened to our fade list last week, you went 23 and 12. 23 wins and 12 losses. If you followed our fade list for the last 3 weeks, you've got 80 wins and 34 losses. Yes, just off our fade list for the last 3 weeks, we've got 80 wins. And what'd I say, 34 losses? Yes, 34 losses. All right, who's ready for that fade list? All right, here we go. This week's fade list. As always, and probably a gimme until the rest of the season, the Baltimore Orioles, the Kansas City Royals. And remember, guys, if we want you to fade them only against specific teams, we'll let you know, just like a couple weeks ago when we were fading Miami only against Atlanta later in the week, etc., etc. If we want you guys to fade them the entire time, I'm just going to tell you the teams up until next week's episode. So far we got the Orioles, the Royals, the Tampa Bay Rays are back on the fade list. The Padres are going to stay on the list. The Detroit Tigers are staying on the list starting with today, as well as the Miami Fish. And then the Pirates. Add the Pirates to the fade list. Yeah, from what I saw, Russ, somebody took a line drive off the knee or the elbow or something like that. Jarlin Garcia was smoked by 105.8 mile an hour liner off his right shin and ankle. He is out of the game. Markakis with a drive that goes for a single. That's a live feed from Joe Fasario on Twitter. So there we go. Yep, as Nathan just posted in the live chat, the Major League Baseball fade list. Orioles, Royals, Rays, Padres, Tigers, Marlins, and the Pirates. Now, all Major League Baseball has already started for today, so I can't give you guys a free baseball game for today. However, what I can give you is a nice big winner for tomorrow. Atlanta winning 5-0 with runners on second and third. Nice update to see. So hopefully they keep this fifth inning run scoring going and get us ever closer to that number 8 mark for a push, 9 for a win. No, Brian, I don't have the National. We don't have the Nationals on the fade list this week. Nationals have always been, and I've said this all along, a scary team to bet on and against. You never know which team is going to show up. Which Nationals team is going to show up? The ones that want to play that day or the ones that are just passing by? And for that reason, they're unpredictable. They win today, lose tomorrow, win the next day, in back and forth. Yes, fade preseason football. Absolutely. And as Nathan said, the Nationals are a great team to never bet either way. All right, guys, we got a free play for you for tomorrow in Major League Baseball. 7:05 Eastern Time. 4:05 here in Vegas and the rest of the West Coast. New York live show, no retakes. I'm tired. My mouth is dry. Long drive. 6.5 hour drive this morning to get back for the show, and I got back a half hour in time. All right. New York Yankees versus the Baltimore Orioles. Line on the game's high money line game, minus 185, favoring obviously the Yankees on the road. Over and under 8.5. Your free play for tomorrow is the Yankees on the run line. Yankees minus 1.5. Write that down. Get that bet in, guys. That won't be on our free play video for tomorrow. Anybody who watches this episode will get it. The odds on that game, guys, you're going to see it around minus 105, minus 110 for laying 1.5 runs. So Yankees minus 1.5. The odds on that should be right around 105, 110, 115, somewhere around there, depending on what you guys get at and where you're betting. If you're betting here in town or you're betting it somewhere else. Now, this show is brought to you by more than just the guys at Cappers Direct and LVSS, all right? This show is brought to you by the wonderful guys over at rcpicks.com. Mr. Robert Connie Jr. has been bringing you winning sports picks for over 20 years. With a fully detailed and 100% transparent record, it's all in the open to see. He posts his record each and every single day. He's got 1 unit, 3 unit, and 5 unit picks, as well as his monthly 10 unit pick and a fully guaranteed 50 unit pick as well, right on his website. So go check out Mr. Connie Jr. today at www.rcpicks.com. If you go over to rcpicks.com, make sure you tell him you came from here and give us a little plug. That way he knows where you guys are coming from. He is one of our advertisers on the show. He's been with us for most of the time. Now, next segment, one of the easiest and funnest segments to talk about. NFL preseason. It's going to go like this. NFL preseason. Who to bet, who not to bet. Just don't bet it. Save your money. Why? Because any handicapper who says that they could really handicap preseason football is full of shit. It doesn't matter if they say, we played before, we know the players, we know the coaches, we know this, we know that. I'm sorry. Some young schmucks filming videos out of their house, from what I was told, don't know how many snaps Drew Brees is going to play, or the backups, because they know college football and they know how many times the second string and the third string are going to get looks and snaps and plays and downs, and they know what type of plays they're going to run. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. I've been doing this long enough, guys, that if anybody tells you to bet anything in preseason, they are so full of shit and absolutely lying to you. Now, if you guys go and bet, something for fun because you're watching the game and you want to make it more interesting because preseason football absolutely sucks, then, make it more interesting. Put $25 on it. But we always advise our clients to stay away from preseason football. Don't waste your money. There's better opportunities out there for you to make a killing, and that's by betting baseball. You got WNBA playoffs. You got Canadian Football League. Hell, there's European soccer, where there's teams that are actually trying to win. Not just going out on a limb trying to impress their coach to get a roster spot and not get cut. Then there's starters that know they're going to start that just don't give a shit. They're just trying not to get hurt in preseason. So save your money, guys. Definitely, definitely, definitely don't pay anybody for preseason NFL football. If you do, you're just wasting your money. Don't pay nobody $9.99, $14.99, $9.99, whatever it may be, $99.99, $100 for preseason. Now, there's nothing wrong with signing up for an NFL package early with a service or whatever, but you shouldn't have to pay anybody for preseason football. John, welcome to the show. Welcome to the program, bud. Glad to have you here. All right, guys. Now, this is the first time since we've started the show where we get to discuss college football. Now, this is an interesting week one in college football. I keep scratching my head because I cracked my head on the slide out this morning, putting in our camping chairs. Broke the skin. Nathan, be nice. John, doesn't matter if you're an hour late or an hour early. We're just happy to have you, as well as everybody. And if people will start coming from our website, live stream, Venmo, the Cappers Nation site, and all the other sites where this show is being broadcasted, if you guys come over to youtube.com, click in the search Cappers Nation Live or Cappers Direct, it'll pop up our link for this live video, and you can come over here and participate in the live chat as well. Week one of college football is here, and I know I'm more excited than I've ever been for college football this year. It's an extra long week. Week one starting this Saturday, and week one will end Sunday, September 3rd. Over a week and a half away, guys, for 1 week of college football. With the first games starting on Saturday. Some pretty meaningless games this Saturday. However, there's not really a meaningless game because there's money to be made. And if there's money to be made, then it's not meaningless because we're making money. Sorry, I get caught reading the comments. John, you're from Miami, so you're always late. It's like my wife. It doesn't matter where we go, what we're doing. She's always late. Hopefully she doesn't watch this. You hear me say that. All right, guys. Preseason, the AP top 10. I'm not going to run down the whole list. The top 25. We're just going to go over the top 10 and what they've got going on the first week of college football. Obviously, Alabama ranked number 1. have a big matchup against a very soft Louisville team. Rich, welcome to the show. Yeah, it must be something about wives always being late. Alabama favored by 25 points in their opening game against Louisville in Alabama. That Atlanta game is still 5-0. Miami's got a runner on second, so hopefully Miami puts a couple runs on the board. Not a lot, just a couple. Number 2, Clemson facing off against Furman. There's no line on that game out yet, and if there is, it's going to be an absolute big one. Same thing with number 3, Georgia, getting beat by Alabama in the national championship game. Facing off against Austin Peay. Then number 4 ranked Wisconsin facing off against Western Kentucky. Wisconsin favored by almost 5 touchdowns. Wisconsin favored by 34.5 points. Yeah, Nathan, she don't even dig in the wallet. She just swipes the Amex card. Number 5, Ohio State is going to be without their coach for the first 3 games. They are going to face an Oregon State team, and they're favored by 37 points. 37 points, guys. John, hold that thought. Number 6, Washington facing off against number 9, Auburn. In Auburn, Alabama, Auburn favored by 2.5 points in that game. Then number 7, Oklahoma facing off against Lane Kiffin's Florida Atlantic Owls. Has Oklahoma favored by 20.5 points. Going to be very, very interesting to see what Lane Kiffin can do with Florida Atlantic this year. They got a lot of quarterback transfers and some that are eligible to start immediately. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Lane is able to do. And guys, if you don't follow Lane Kiffin on Twitter, just for the comedy, you should. Lane Kiffin on Twitter is, I mean, it don't get much more funner than that, watching that shit show. Amazing coach. And something that we follow him on Twitter. I follow him on Twitter. And the things that he posts are very interesting, especially when it comes to betting on games. I think Oklahoma's going to have a little bit of a tough time. I don't think they're going to just walk all over Florida Atlantic, believe it or not. Not the first game of the year. Number 8, Miami facing off against number 25, LSU. In Louisiana, Miami is favored by 3 points on the road against LSU. And again, number 9, Auburn's got number 6, Washington in Auburn, as we discussed before. And then last but not least, number 10, ranked Penn State, facing off against Appalachian State. Penn State favored by 23 points. Now, guys, what games are you guys looking forward to over the next week, out of curiosity? I know games that we're looking forward to. Jared, do I have any thoughts on the Northwestern-Purdue game? Not yet, bud. Very shortly, we'll start diving into the farther games. We've been working on Saturday's first games, and then we'll start getting towards the other ones later in the week. I try not to get too far ahead of myself because things change during their training camps and their scrimmages, and people get hurt. And Purdue's a team that you can never count out, and very, very, very defensive team. Low scoring games generally, and but we'll ask me in next week's show or send me an email in a day or two about that game. I'll be happy to help you out on that one. Some key games for us this next week. We've got two games that we're really looking forward to. At least I know I am looking forward to watching. And I don't watch a lot of baseball, but I do watch a lot of college football and NFL. I love betting baseball. It bores me watching it. But the two games in week one that I'm looking forward to on Saturday, the 1st of September, Washington and Auburn. Number 6 ranked Washington going to Alabama to face the 9th ranked Auburn Tigers. So that one to me is going to be an interesting game, especially being from the West Coast, Washington being a Pac-12 team. Me being a USC Trojan fan and a Washington hater, I like to see upsets because it pushes my team higher in the standings before they ever have to win a game. So, obviously, I'll probably personally be rooting for Auburn. Not to say that we'll be betting on them, but you never know. We'll have those plays capped later in the week. The other game next week that I'm really looking forward to watching is the 8th-ranked Miami Hurricanes traveling to LSU and facing off against the number 25-ranked team. That game right there is probably going to be the highlight for me of week one, unless Louisville upsets Alabama or Florida Atlantic and Lane Kiffin upset Oklahoma. Other than that, I'm really, really, really looking forward to the Miami, Florida, and LSU game. Now, I don't know if you guys all heard, but Ohio State's head coach Urban Meyers has been suspended for 3 games for misconduct, etc., etc., etc. Before I get you guys your guys' free play for this Saturday, we've got a free play that we're going to release for you guys in college football for this coming Saturday. But first, I'm curious, how long is it going to take for Florida Atlantic to get ranked? And do they make the AP Top 25 or the coaches poll this year? Anybody think they do? I think they do. Especially if they upset Oklahoma to start the year off. All right. Now, we do have a free play for you guys on Saturday, college football. NCAA college football kicks off this Saturday, guys, and we couldn't be more excited for it. All right, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. The Wyoming Cowboys facing off against the New Mexico State Aggies. Line on that game's got Wyoming favored at minus 3.5 points. Minus 170 on the money line with a total over and under 45 points. Your free play between Wyoming and New Mexico State for Saturday the 25th of August. Take the over 45 between Wyoming and New Mexico State. Make sure you guys pound that one, hammer it. That's some free money right there for you guys. Now, the Real Talk segment. I'm hoping to have a special guest on next week. He was supposed to come on this week. We got a very late cancellation. So hopefully we can get him on board. No, Nathan, it's not the one that you want. It's not the missus. We're still working on that one. But the Real Talk segment, guys, let's talk about bankroll management. A lot of people manage a bankroll horribly. Yes, Jared. Yankees -1.5 is the free Major League Baseball play. Nathan, I'm still working on that one, bud. Hopefully, coming up, we'll have as the NFL season progresses and gets closer. I should have an answer in the next week or two, or a week, about multiple times. I know even if I don't do a full-on show, I'm going to do a lot more live videos, either from here or my office or wherever it may be, in the casino. I'll do a lot more live things coming up and more free plays, especially for the football season coming up, and I'm very excited for that. But let's talk bankroll management, because this is something that's an issue for a lot of people, and I hear about it on a daily basis. If you can't manage a bankroll, I promise you, you will not be successful in this business. Managing a bankroll is your key to survival. And what that means, for instance, yesterday, our premium plays yesterday and the day before all went 1-1. For instance, yesterday they lost the first game. Then we won the second premium play on the Diamondbacks run line. And we'll get emails, or I'll get a text message, or I'll hear about it from another client that, and I don't bring these up, and if I say stories that are about clients and you're watching, I don't mean any offense by it. It's a learning lesson, and I want everybody to learn. That way you can survive with bankroll management. But yesterday, today, actually, it happens almost every day. If we lose a game or we go 1-1, that doesn't happen every day. But if it does so happens, we lose a game or we go 1-1, I hear this all the time. I didn't bet your second one because I bet it all on the first one and it lost. Well, that's foolish. It doesn't matter how big or how small your bankroll is. And I get it. You lose money, your bankroll thins out, so you try and fire it on one game and hope that it wins and you double up. I totally get it. It's gambler's mentality. But that's not the safest way to bet. What we do for our premium plays, it's proven. They're proven success long term. They're not going to win 52 weeks out of the year. And we'll talk about winning weeks later, or right after this part. Right after we're done with bankroll management, we'll talk more about that. We're not going to win every single week. But you have to be capable of surviving a losing week, or two, or a month, in order to get to the promised land when you're winning. It doesn't matter if you're betting $20 or $20,000. If you can't manage your bankroll and keep it proper so that way you can overcome a loss or two or three or four, how are you ever going to be successful? You have to ask yourself, being a sports gambler, do you want to be a short-term gambler or a long-term investor? Now, I totally get it. I've done the short-term gambling thing before. All right? I was once young, and I fired money, and lots of money, and it'd be my whole paycheck or whatever it would may be on a game that I would think that it couldn't lose, and it loses. Next thing you know, you're broke till the next payday. I hear this time and time and time again from guys. And quite frankly, I feel sorry for people that I tell this to that don't know this. I would rather see you guys break your bets down into smaller amounts. Yes, you're winning less per bet, but you're not overexposing yourself to killing your bankroll on one game. I don't ever recommend an all-in. Consistency in this business is key to survival. And if you can't be consistent with your bets and your bankroll, and obviously your plays, because you gotta win games, or you can't. If you lose every game, then bankroll management doesn't matter. But in a nutshell, guys, you guys just need to be able to manage your bankroll to overcome losses. So for the guys that bet our first premium play yesterday and went all in and lost all their money, and you couldn't bet it on the second game, we give you both games at the same time. So you have no excuse not to split up your bets and bet them. So be careful with your bankroll, guys. I don't ever want to see anybody get hurt, get busted. It's a sticky situation with bankrolls, and I understand. And guys, it's one of our specialties. And if you want to say, let's just say you got $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000, if you want to have specific information on how to better manage your bankroll, just give us a call, 888-561-8923. I'll be happy to walk you through it. Any of the other guys at Cappers Direct will be happy to walk you through it. Because I can tell you this, if it wasn't for good discipline and bankroll management, I'd have been broke many, many, many years ago. And when I was young and dumber, I used to go all in and double up or lose, etc. etc., etc., etc. I could tell you thousands of stories of times where I did it when I was younger, when I was 20, 21, 22, hell, 25. But when you get a discipline and you manage it properly, you will be successful. Slow and steady wins the race, guys. All right? So next thing that we're going to talk about real quick is winning weeks. First of all, anybody who tells you they win every single week is a flat-out liar to you. Nobody is going to be perfect. Nobody's going to go 100%. We don't. We win a lot. We're not 100%. But what we do deliver is consistently winning more weeks than we lose, staying well above the juice. And if you sign up with us at Cappers Direct or another service, be prepared, if you're going to be with us long term, to experience a losing week. It happens. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what service it is. Somebody's going to have a losing week every now and then because it happens. And if it happens that you sign up on that week when we lose, we'll be more than happy to take care of you. Hey, Ronald, welcome to the show. I got your voicemail, but I didn't get it till right before I was filming. I got in the office late. I was traveling all day, so I will call you back as soon as we're done with this show. But, yeah, I did get your voicemail, and I apologize for not getting back to you sooner, but I didn't get it until literally right before I walked in the office. But if you guys are expecting week after week after week after week after week after week, 52 weeks straight of winning, guys, that pot of gold don't exist, all right? You got to be able to factor in a losing week every now and then, and you have to plan for it with your bankroll. And it does suck for when we have a losing week and you've been with us. Either you're brand new to us or you're just now with us, or you've been with us for a couple weeks and you have that losing week. But as always, guys, if we always are willing to take care of our clients, if we have a losing couple days and your service is done and you're down, we'll be more than happy to take care of you and make the situation right like we always do for every one of our clients that reach back out to us. But this is one of the reasons why we always preach and we always recommend you being on board long term, because it's not about what we do this week or next week or the week after. It's what we do long term, next month, the month after, the month after, the month after that, the month after next, etc. What can we do for you long term? And what we do long term is we provide a lot of returns, all right? A lot of money in your pocket, a lot more than your bookie's making. Let me tell you, if you guys aren't making money off your book, here's your opportunity, all right? There's no better time than right now. We got college football starting Saturday. We got Major League Baseball in full swing, and we have a ton of money to be made. Our system plays, guys, they're not for everybody. You have to be able to double up your bets a couple times in order to get even and get profitable. But if you're able to, go from 100 to 200 to 400, you may think about our system plays, or maybe you're able to bet more than that. You may not make as much money per system play, but over the long haul, you will make money. Our system plays are now 43-2 out of 45 system plays, 43 wins, 2 losses, and hopefully we have 3 going today. Hopefully we'll close out some of those today, and then we have even more system plays starting for tomorrow. So, real quick, back to our specials over at Cappers Direct. Our every time sale, guys. Everything is on sale. All of our premium plays for the week and the month, as well as our system plays, our consensus plays. What you get, guys, is you get the discounted price until you cancel. And you can cancel at any time. It's super easy. You can cancel. Our website is automated, not like the competition where they email you plays or text you plays or you got to wait for them to call you. None of that bullshit here. You get instant access. As soon as you sign up on our website, you get instant access to your plays. You can cancel at any time right on our website. It's super easy. Just a click of the button, you can cancel your membership. You can send me a text message to cancel it. You can call in to cancel it. You can send an email to cancel it. But I'll be honest, most people don't cancel it because of long term, their success and the money they make keeps them going and keeps them coming back. All right, guys. Real quick, our premium plays, you can get 1 week of our premium plays on our every time sale for $3.99 a week. You can keep that price of $3.99 until you cancel it. You can also get our premium plays for $9.99 for the month. You keep that price every month until you cancel it. Same thing with our system plays, guys. They're normally $600 a week for our system plays, $249 for the week on sale with our every time sale. Keep that price every week until baseball's over. All right? Also, you can get our system plays for the month. Normally $1,500 for a month. You can get it $749 discounted down for the entire month, and keep that price until you cancel. Our consensus plays is normally $149 a week. You can get them now down to $99 a week on the sale, and keep that price until you cancel it. And just like our weekly, you can get the consensus plays for the month. Normally $299 a month. You can get it at $100 off, down to $199 for the month, and keep that price until you cancel it. All right, guys. All these sales will end this Sunday at midnight, so make sure you take advantage of our every time sale. It's something you guys don't want to miss. All right. Now, this show went quick. Wasn't very much user participation in the comments or questions. So, guys, I'm serious. If you're watching this on another platform, via our website, live stream, Venmo, the other websites that we've partnered with that are airing this show live, please come over to YouTube next week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cappers Direct, and watch live through YouTube. It's a lot more fun. There's user interaction. There's a user chat where you can chat with the other viewers. What's up, Julio? Welcome to the show, bud. You can chat with the viewers. You can chat with me. You can post questions, comments, concerns, and I reply to them live. I read them all, and we have a great time. So if you're watching this show from another avenue and another website that we advertise it on, please do come to YouTube next week. Thursday, the 30th, live, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. It'll be the last episode of August. and 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, guys. And we'd like to thank our sponsors as always. Cappers Direct. Yes, as Caesar just said, welcome to the show, Caesar. The free college football game on the over between Wyoming and New Mexico State, over 45. Yankees minus 1.5 tomorrow. All right, guys, back to thanking our sponsors real quick. CappersDirect.com, Papa Dan's Beef Jerky. Brian, welcome to the show. You're late, bud. Late start, but you're here. Absolutely. How about them Braves? Let's keep those Braves going. I was hoping for our free play viewers, Miami would have knocked in at least 3 runs right there to get it on a push right there, but I'm pretty sure we'll get over 8. We still got the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th inning to go. I'm sure that the total will go over. But also thanks to Michael over at 100unitpicks.com, Robert over at rcpicks.com, and as always, we'd like to thank our viewers. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Without our customers, this definitely wouldn't be possible. And we need to give a special big thanks to our haters who keep sending us many, many clients. We keep signing up new clients by the dozens every single day that keep coming from many services that don't get treated right, get yelled and screamed at. They get both sides of a game given out by 2 different handicappers from the same service. Boy, that's a scam. Ask me about that shit next week. But anyways, thank you to our haters for sending us all your clients. We're very happy and welcoming to accept them all and the Cappers Direct family. All right, guys. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Brian, Caesar, Jared, the other Brian, Jose, Julio, Nathan, and everybody else that I'm missing. It's not on intended purpose. All right. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, if you appreciate the hard work, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, give us a like in the video. As always, there'll be another video posted later tonight with another free play for Friday, as well as the archived version of this will be posted on YouTube as well. So if you missed it or you want to go back and listen to it, it'll be posted on YouTube later tonight. All right, guys. As Nathan said, power to the people. I am Kyle, I'm your host. We will see you guys live next week. Sorry, reading the comments. And Daniel, welcome to the show, buddy. As always, guys, we'll see you guys later tonight and another video later tonight. Any questions, give us a call, 888-561-8923, or send us an email, cd@cappersdirect.com. Take it easy, guys.